So, the workflow for importing Revit into Infraworks. At the moment I've got an overall site, and if I can rotate around, here is a site, which is the yellow area you can see over here. I've got a building that I've placed in, and this is from Revit, so this is my preferred workflow for importing a file. I'll remove the my source and I'll bring it in just to show you the processes. At the moment, in terms of buildings, I've only got the existing area buildings, and then I'm going to bring in my site. So the first thing, I'll pop over to Revit, and I've got my Revit building. So this is just a mock building that's been done, and as you can see, there's nothing special to it. I've just got a series of buildings, two buildings mirrored. I've defined the project base point, and in this case here, I've got it set to Earth Coastal Grid. So if I just have a look at the site plan, that's set out there. The coordinates, looking at the values there, are in PCG, so Perth Coastal Grid. So if I click on that base point and have a look, select it, finding those values, as well as the project does have a true north rotation. So if I just set that to project north, so there's the site. Okay. Now at the moment I think I've got this actually rotated the wrong way around the axis, but that's okay. So again, back to 3D, and the purpose of this is I'll export this out to an FBX file. So File, Export, FBX, I'll just save it there and call it sample. I'll use LOD, so I'll show you that in a minute. Doesn't take very long, and exports that out. I suppose with this I can control exactly what's being exported. So the file's been exported out. So the first thing I need to do prior to bringing it into Infraworks is basically record the base point. And if I just tab back over, grab the project base point values, and I'm just going to copy this into these things. Just grab the true north rotation. I just have a look here under the Manage tab, Location, and the site. I've got it here. So the value that I'll put in for rotation is actually that value for the model rotation. So the FBX is exported from Revit in feet and inches. So if I pop over to Infraworks, I'm going to bring that building in. So the first thing I'll do is go Model, and I suppose the way I like it is there's no cloud processing, as well as I don't need Manage as well, and I've got greater control. So open that up, come through a sample project. Now I just need to go through and configure it. So I'll leave it as that. I define it as buildings. As stated before, my local grid system is PCG, so I'll put in basically the values from base point, and copy that one value wrong. Copy that through, paste that there, as well as paste that there, height of that of 17, model, and all that just quickly loads. 20 meters, and I'll show you what that is for. It just reduces the amount of polygons from a distance. So as you can see, it's processing the file. It doesn't take that long at all. And we'll bring it in. In this correct spot. So as you can see here, it's come in, but it hasn't been put in through rotation, because within Revit I had a project north rotation. So from here again, to reconfigure it, and I just need to basically put in the Z rotation. So within this, I'll just grab out the old value here. Get up the calculator, so go 360 minus the value of that. Copy. Paste it in. Click close and refresh. And there it is, the model's come in. So if I zoom in here, and as you can see, from a distance, the model is reduced in sort of its detail, and the closer in, it scales up. And I suppose a good example here, you can actually see the difference. If I zoom in here, the chairs and the desk appear in the room. If I zoom out, they don't. So that's just the process of the workflow that I use to bring Revit into Infraworks using FBX. By that, if any model iterations from Revit, it's a simple export to an FBX, and I can just hit refresh and my model's refreshed. I don't have to worry about going through the process of sending it up and back to the cloud or redefining a view to be used within Navisworks. I'll just show you if I fire up Civil 3D just to show that I haven't sort of just staged the setup. This is based on true coordinates. So from here I'll just do a simple export this as a DWG, just defining, showing the files in meters, shared in terms of this coordinate system. Click OK, go next. I'll just call it as that. Click OK, that now is just exporting as a DWG. While it's doing that, I'll come over to here and just set a file up and go map. Just assign this as PCG94, Perth Coastal Group. I'll just attach that file I've just exported out, so the sample site. Click open, attachment in meters, looks good. Zoom extends, there's a file, and then from here I'll just turn on the aerial map. Yes. Service. And as you can see, the aerial image has come through the aerial map, and as you can see, there is my Revit file that's come in. Just with that, I suppose this is an example of me doing the coordinate system within the defined base point as PCG, Perth Coastal Group. In this example, I'll just, because I've got multiple, and I generally do have multiple coordinate systems depending on who requires this one. I'll just change it to MJ50 and then do the same thing. If we have a look in here, the coordinates have changed. So I'll just do a file, export, DWG. Same, next. Yeah, 50. Yes, replace that. So that's gone out. Coming over to CAD again, starting a brand new drawing. Bringing that in, and that's now an MJ50. See the difference in that using live data. Thanks for watching. This just simple view on my process and workflow of bringing a Revit file into Infraworks.